Welcome, welcome, welcome to episode 17. I think it's 17. We are back and we have a mission to add all of these to the plant board. So let's start with the tulips. Orange tulip, pink tulip, red tulip, white tulip. Let's do the cactus blossom. Tall dry grass, short dry grass, and then the moss vine thingy, the eye blossom, which leaves us with what is left? The torch flower and the pitcher plant. I may have an extra spot here that I don't need. Looks like I'm out of item frames. Wait, what is it? Oh, it's only one. Whoops. Okay. Let's put the regular moss block. I don't think I can reach. I can't. Okay, moss block. And then the pale moss block. So all we have left is the torch flower and the pitcher plant. I can't believe we've finally finished the flower board, except for the bottom two. And I don't know anything about, like, finding the sniffer eggs. Like, I've done some research and I've, like, read the words, but I still don't know what any of it means. I've never watched anyone's videos with sniffers. I've never done anything with them. I thought they were naturally spawning animals, and they're not. Like, I've seen them in game, but I've never seen anyone, like, go through the process of finding a sniffer, so that'll be fun. And I like being able to, like, find things, figure things out in the game myself instead of trying to look up tutorials or, like, how to do something. I'd rather just do it myself. So some things take longer than they probably should. Hi, kitty. Move, kitty. Move, kitty. Thank you, kitty. Anyway, today, beyond that, because I don't feel like doing sniffer stuff today, we have more trees to build. Now that I finally have, I think I have a stack and a half somewhere in the chest. I think I put it away. But I already started on a trunk here. And the leaves are the hardest part in survival mode, so this was just easy to do quietly. But I thought, I need some wood. Stand by. Alrighty. Before I go and plant these, I need this. I'm going to assume these work like a regular dark oak tree, because that's the shape that they are. I hope they don't need to be planted on anything special. And I assume they need all 4. It's a very expensive tree. If they don't drop 3 more saplings when I cut it down, this is going to be a problem. But let's go get some bone meal and just see how this works. I have plenty of bone meal to spare. Oh, yay. Okay, it works. Just gonna... Will these, like, randomly spawn creaking if I, like, grow one of these trees? Or is that, like, only naturally occurring? Because, I mean, it'd be cool. So while I'm here, I thought I would clarify the upload schedule. So on Mondays and Fridays, I try to schedule the upload at 8 a.m. Ooh. That'll be Let's Play. And then on Wednesdays, we will see if I can keep up 3 episodes a week, because it is a lot. But that is just a freestyle creative episode. Maybe it's building, like, top 10 list, or it's more creative builds, I'm not sure. But Wednesdays is for a creative episode, and Mondays and Fridays are for the Let's Play. And all of them, I try to get them filmed and upload and scheduled for 8 in the morning, or 8 in the morning, US, New York time. And I like to try to be consistent. We're already back up to 6. Excellent. Yeah, no, I try to be consistent just for my own sake, for the algorithm, of however much timing impacts that. And for anyone who isn't subscribed, but, you know, is casually a lurker, and I don't care. Like, I am totally a lurker. I understand if there's just people who show up, watch the video, don't subscribe, don't leave a comment, don't leave a like. I don't either. I'm an absolute lurker on YouTube, so I get it. But if you're here and you enjoy my videos, hi there, welcome. And hopefully you stick around. But yeah, that's the upload schedule. So for my trees, I did a little bit of extra texturing before I ended up getting this, and I swapped out the birch fence, mostly. Is there one up there? I left one up there on accident. But I swapped out the birch fence for the tuft wall, and I added some tuft here at the base because I didn't have any of this stuff yet. And let's see. Hmm. We'll see. But for now, while I wait for those to grow, I thought I would show you a nice, easy, pretty foolproof trick for doing any kind of pine tree sort of shape. Pine tree, birch tree, anything that goes straight up and is very skinny, unlike an oak tree. Is that, and I have more of this, so I'm just going to start with this. And what the heck, let's make a big one. Is that I start with this plus shape. I do this, so I fill it in, it's kind of like a star. And then all I do is start taking it up, and I'm going to make this about the same size as that. But as I'm going, I'm losing one block out of the stack in this case, it'll be every 2. So this is 2. So on the next one, we'll just lose that one, and then we'll go up. And I'm going to run out of wood here. You can also fill the middle with dirt or just leave it hollow. In fact, I think I'm going to leave it hollow because I need to save my wood because there's a lot. These trees just take so many resources. So many resources. So yeah, we lost 2 there. So as we're coming up again, 2, we'll lose that one in the corner. And then we'll lose the same one again. And then we'll lose that one in the back corner. And then this one over here. And then now I need to start filling that in. And then we'll lose that one. And then this one. And then that one. And then that one. And then I'll just go straight up. So what you're left with is a slowly, diminishing spiral of wood. And when you're back down at the bottom, you can make it doesn't have to be like the exact 2x2. Like, I'll probably bring this out more just to make the base a little bit thicker. And then you have to remember, like, when it looks a bit plain like this, you're going to have a bunch of leaves around it, so the interior doesn't matter all that much. But this is what I use for my trees, or at least for the trees that look like this. And it's a really nice way to kind of not have to worry too much about the shape. You're just losing a block every time you go up, and it can be 1 block, it can be 2 block. I wouldn't do more than 3 at this scale. You can do 3 if it's a much bigger trunk, like 6 or I guess 8 or 9 blocks across. Otherwise, it starts to look odd. So remember when you're scaling your height like this to also scale the width. But that's what I do for my tree chunks for anything that's kind of like a pine tree shape. See, I'm just adding a bit to the base here, and I need more tuft blocks. And I have to go mining for those because I'm out. But around the base here, that's what I plan to do. Well, now I need some tuft blocks. I'm going to go down into my mine and get some more tuft, because all I have right now are the walls for the branches. Apologies if you can hear my cat in the background. She's got the zoomies. While I'm here... Oh, nice, they all grew. Put these hard-won flowers to use. Doesn't appear that these will naturally spawn the resin stuff. I may need to be in that specific biome to do it. But in which case, how do you farm the resin stuff? Do you have to be in that biome? Or maybe they just spawn super rarely. I don't know. Could look it up, but I don't wanna. While I'm here, I think... I think that once we finish the flower board, ignoring the 2 remaining things, so after we do the sniffer stuff, The extra biomes would just take a lot more flying around, and it's not like an achievement I'm in a rush to get. The flower board kind of was part of that achievement because they needed those missing biomes, and I will recheck again which biomes I'm missing. I think it's only like 12, but the mushroom biome is one of those, and I know that one is super rare. So that one is kind of a as we go type thing and not one I'll be actively going for. But I think the next thing that I would like to accomplish is either the Deep Dark and not just like going down there because I found it before, like a proper ancient city. I haven't found one of those yet. You don't like get much for killing the warden. Like I'm pretty sure it doesn't drop anything. Or if it is, like it doesn't drop anything useful. But like there's not anything like guaranteed down there. What I mean, like I can go say, oh yeah, I want to go get some echo shards, or I want to get the but anyway, as I was saying, in the Deep Dark, there's not like a guaranteed amount of things. It's like variable loot, just like a Bastion. I think there's a music disc I can only get down there, and there's Swift Sneak, but I don't have that. So I guess I can add that to the list of things I want from a Deep Dark or an Ancient City. But as far as like what to do down there, I don't know, other than like spend an entire episode trying to not get killed by the warden, but I don't know how that would go. So, but it is on my list because I want to finally like find an ancient city on, I don't know, maybe terraform it, I'm not sure. That and a underwater temple thingy with all the guardians and everything. I've never looted one of those in survival mode, and I know exactly where one is. And I don't have many builds planned in mind with the prismarine blocks, but I would like the what do you call those? The sea lanterns. So maybe we will do that. I'm not sure which episode, but it should be soon enough now that the flower board is done. But other than that, I'm still taking suggestions. What do you guys want to see? What do you prefer? Do you like time-lapse heavy episodes? Do you like random adventuring episodes? Do you like a mix where it's kind of split down the middle as what tends to happen accidentally? Do you like building, terraforming? What do you like? Because if you don't answer me, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing and hoping for the best. All right. Well, that took over 3 stacks of leaves, I think, or almost 3 full stacks of leaves. I hate scaffolding so much. I fell so many times. It is so finicky. Oh, I miss creative mode. But I'm happy with this tree. And I need to do the second one, but before I do that, I need more of these. Should be good. I don't have one in the branches this time. I'm just going to want to see what the difference is, if the ones on the ground are enough. But the issue I have is that they need under a certain light level to have like really good effects. But under a certain light level means that mobs will spawn. So I might go, and I can't decide between glowstone or the mushroom lamps that you'd see in the Nether, the shroom lights, I think they're called. I can't decide between that or that and like hide those in the trees. I don't know if it's going to be jarring because I like the subtle effect of these, but they don't give off enough light to prevent mobs from spawning. And I don't want any creepers blowing up my trees. And now we got to do the second tree. One more tree for today. Well, that was fun. We got both trees done. And I think they look pretty good. This one, I did put one in the branches and I put it on a pale moss block. So we'll see how that goes. But, oh, and I added some of the, whatever I had of the pale garden moss, I added there, and I think I only had like one bit left. Yeah, it's right there. So, first 3 trees are done. This one, and this one, and I realized I really, really don't like birch and acacia leaves, and I have a lot of them. So when I clear out the rest of this birch forest, I already set a fire earlier. That's why you have these random blocks around. I will not be keeping any of these. They're too sparse and see-through compared to the mangrove and the oak. I'll keep these for now, just because I want to make my mangrove and stuff last, and I have plenty of it over there. But I'm definitely not saving any of these leaves. And nor am I saving the acacia leaves. But for now, they'll stay. I also did some checking in the game data, and I have, I think, 8 biomes left. And I have them right here. See, I have left the frozen ocean, the deep frozen ocean, the mushroom fields, which is the mycelium biome, the windswept gravelly hills, the windswept forest, the snowy taiga, the mangrove swamp, and the snowy beach, and the windswept savanna. And I put the void on there because technically it's a biome, but it was like at the end of the list on the wiki. I don't think it counts, and I don't know what to do about that in survival world other than figure out how to break bedrock and fall down there and then fly back up without dying, I guess. So yeah, technically it's on there, but I don't think it counts. So those are the ones I have left. I have 9 biomes left, and then I get the adventuring advancement. And I don't know, like, none of those are super, like, distinct. Like, I won't know, like, the deep frozen ocean versus the frozen ocean just by flying over it. So if I happen to stumble across them while I'm flying around anyway, then we get them. But other than the mangrove swamp and the mycelium biome, like, I'm not going to be able to see those from a distance and fly over there. So that is just an as we see it kind of advancement, but we do only have 9 biomes left. So, yay. Alright, I have glowstone. I lost a scaffolding somewhere along the way. I just want to see what this'll look like. probably won't look very good. But my trees, unlike a building, aren't gonna have a reason to have like lights in it. So let's put that there, that there, that there, and put that there. I wanted the glowstone because it's got a little bit more of a natural look than like the shroom lights, but I think one's enough. It doesn't look that, although I don't like that I can see it so easily. Do I have any other? I'll just put another leaf up there. Yeah. I think that looks pretty nice. Okay. And now for this one. It's really dark on this side. Let's get this torch out of here. Yeah, I think that that's pretty good. That way they're not totally lost at night. And you only need one, because all the leaves are transparent. Fantastic. So that will be it for this episode. We didn't get too much done today, but hold on, let me deal with this guy. Can I do you an F5? Come on. Yay. Anyway, we didn't get too much done today. We finished off the flower board. I got some extra resources for my trees, and I finished my trees, which I'm very happy about. And we did a tiny little building tutorial on at least how I do trees. Next episode, possibly an ocean monument, although I just ventured over there and I got mining fatigue for 5 whole minutes. So I have no idea how I'm going to combat that. I may actually need to do some research this time so I don't just waste my time over there. That or trying to find an ancient city. But I know where a monument is. It's right behind my head over those hills. And I don't know where an ancient city is. So we'll probably be over in the ocean monument doing, I'm not sure, collecting some prismarine. It's not like, guess I can go kill the Elder Guardian. Like, these aren't dungeons where there's like an explicit goal in mind. So it's difficult for me to come up with an idea of like what to do there other than just gather the blocks I need. But we'll see. We'll see. I haven't ever dealt with an ocean monument in survival mode. So it'll be fun at least to detail my experiences with the water problems, the mining problems, and all that stuff. But for now, sadly, that's the end of the episode. If you made it this far, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.